Daniel, it looked like you and your team really wanted a result tonight, despite being safe.
Yes, I wouldn't allow it in a different way. So if you put the white shirt on and represent this passionate and amazing club, you have to all to play for. Yeah, because we represent Leeds United, we want to make our supporters proud, and for that, if you're then not highly motivated in a Premier League game, you have chosen the wrong club, and I would never allow anything less than just 100%. And I think this is also what we've shown today, because out of many reasons was of course a difficult game. Yeah, that the big pressure after yesterday's results was a bit away. Tottenham back in a good shape, back-to-back wins. I expected them also to play with confidence. Also, the stadium was on it. They liked also to have a bit more positivity right now. And for us, it was a difficult week because we had to play today without many key players. Had to play some players out of their normal position also during the game. Then, for example, Pascal Struijk, who is a rock for us during the season with an injury anyhow. So it was a difficult game out of many reasons. And if you then go so early in the second half, 1-0 down, you can crumble sometimes. But my players showed unbelievable mentality and also quality and togetherness and fighting spirit to fight back. I think we fully deserved also to equalize this game. And then I also like that we went for it. It's not like of course, a point is for us a better result in comparison to Tottenham in the circumstances, but we were on it and we wanted to win this game. We were greedy, and this is what we've shown. And we're very close within the added time with two big chances for Sean Longstaff, one great save of their goalkeeper. To win it, and for that, definitely a good night for us. Definitely a good point, but says a lot also like what we did today about the character and the mentality of my team.
And just on this season, the fact that you're safe now obviously will be great satisfaction. But how much do the squad now want to go on and try and win the last two games?
Yes, whatever happens right now, nothing will take away that we have played an unbelievable season and amazing outcome, and how big of an achievement this is for the club, because to be the first team together with Sunderland since a while who breaks a curse as a promoted side, although we haven't spent that much money like some other clubs also in the past, says a lot about this team. To be already on this amount of points and safe with before the game 3 games to go is massive. In addition to that, also unbeaten in the league against Liverpool, against Chelsea, against Man United, first away win at Old Trafford since 4 decades. FA Cup semi-final couldn't be much better. Performance-wise, perhaps we should have been on even more points right now, but I couldn't be prouder of my players. And for that, whatever happens, a fantastic achievement, but exactly what we've shown today. We also want to show this and to spoil our supporters even a bit more in our final home game, and then also, of course, on the final game day. If we can extend our unbeaten run and keep going, would be great, and we will fight till the end for each and every point till the last game day.
Ethan has another war wound to show for his efforts this season, led from the front again with a performance full of character away from home in a tough environment. How high up the list of priorities should be a new deal for him this summer, and how important is it that the club continues to build around a player like that?
Yeah, sorry. Today I was really just concentrated on this game, and I mentioned before. So I want right now just to concentrate on the here and now till everything is achieved, and we have just achieved our goal yesterday. And today I was just focused and concentrated also on the game day. You know how much I value him and what I think about him, and everyone who can read between the lines knows what I think about this topic. But I've also told myself that I won't speak about the future. I won't speak about what will happen in the summer till everything is confirmed. And right now it is confirmed, and I promise you, whatever, in the next press conference or whenever you ask me the question, I will give you also in detail a few questions, but don't be too angry with myself that straight after the game right now I will just focus on this game, and I don't want to overdo it anyhow. So I'm just happy and proud of him, of all my players, what we have achieved, and tonight I'm a happy man.
How disrupted was your preparation by Jadon's issue? And of course, Edmund mentioned that Noah had an issue on Friday as well.
Yes, a lot, because yesterday also Jadon Bogle was ready to travel with us. He injured himself somehow. Also, first experience that I have during an activation session before our final session in the gym. I've never experienced someone who has a hamstring strain by doing activation. And more or less a similar situation also with Facundo Buonanotte, who just went out also with hamstring problems in the final session yesterday. It was of course difficult anyhow because many key players were out. Pascal is struggling since a few weeks with some hip problems also during the second half today. It was not possible for him to go further on. Of course, it was difficult to have such a long week, to play players a bit out of their possession today because we simply needed it. Because players like Noah Okafor, Gabi Gudmundsson, Ilya Gruev were out anyway, so it was of course difficult. But this team always has an answer when questions are asked, and this team shows resilience and mentality, whatever is in their way, and this makes us also so successful by our standards, and for that many compliments to the whole group. Chance for others to shine today, and they grabbed this chance.
Daniel, congratulations on survival. What do you think are the main components this season that have led to securing safety?
Yes, in this league, as a promoted side, you won't win one point just due to pure individual quality, not 1 point. So you have to make sure that your fitness level is outstanding. You have to make sure that your game plan is always outstanding for each every game, because you always face teams who have better individual quality. You have to be flexible in your tactical approach. You need to be able to play several base formations in order to mirror your opponent. You need to be able to change it during the game. Sometimes we also play hybrid against the ball, a different formation than with the ball. But you also need resilience and spirit and togetherness and really a culture full of values. And this is what we've shown. And in addition to that, also the mentality to be brave, to play on the front foot and still to stick to our DNA. Because my DNA, is always like to play football. Normally, I like to play in the top half of the league and to fight for titles. And our football is normally pure dominance and being good in possession. Yes, on this level, you can't just play all the top teams out of the park. So you have to adapt it a bit, but still keep the DNA and be brave and play football whenever it's possible. And this is what we've shown in the past. Today, it was a bit more like a hard-fought and a bit scruffy, hard-fought point. But we've shown also many good football performances, and this is also quite important.
A lot was obviously said about the transfer recruitment in the summer, but Dominic and Lucas have got 21 goals between them they arrived on a free. I mean, that's some piece of business, isn't it?
Yes, outstanding. So we had to be a bit creative anyhow, because didn't want to risk the sustainability of this club. We have spent less money than many other teams who were promoted in the last seasons, but we wanted to be there with a different outcome. So we have actually spent less money, but a better outcome. And this is a difficult blend, if I'm honest, but we managed to do this, and for that, everyone who's involved deserved praise.
Daniel, with the VAR checks and the general margin in that game, that must have been quite a stressful night for you. So when you think about what it must have been like for Roberto, how pleased are you to have got the job done with 3 games to Spurs?
Yes, during my career, I rarely had a situation that I didn't have to fight to the last second. Even last game day of last season, we won the title in the last second. Before I had to go to the last game day, I know how stressful it is, and of course you have to keep your nerves. You have to keep your cool, because no player wants during this period a manager who is losing his nerves or losing his cool on the sideline. And you have to be there in order to help your team. You have to be there with good decisions for the team. You have to lead the whole group and the whole club during this, and this is decisive if you have a good and positive outcome or not. And for that, for everyone who's involved and can feel with them and fingers across for them, we are just happy that we have achieved our main goal, but we'll also keep going to the end.
As you said, you had lots of problems to solve today in terms of the injuries. Can you just talk us through your thinking in terms of what other options you considered and why you went for the solution that you did?
Yes, James Justin, right-footed fullback, had to play as a left wing-back because simply I didn't have any other left wing-back available. Daniel James had to play today, first time in his career on club level. I think for Wales he has done it a few times, but against different opponents. As a wing-back, especially keeping in mind that he hasn't played many minutes. Simply due to the fact I didn't have any other wing-back options available. Gabi Gudmundsson not there, Jaden Bogle not there, and I wanted then to attack this game and to go offensive instead of whatever, putting a centre back into this position. That Bono perhaps could have played there, but I want to check this game, and he has also trained really well in the last 2 weeks. I'm happy with DJ, and he got this chance today to shine for 60 minutes, and then later on, for me, it was clear when we have a good result, there is not like when we are in winning position, there's in a chasing position, there's always 3 or 4 minutes at a time. For me, it was clear there's double figures today, and then for that, really had also 60 minutes more or less to shine, and for that, they had to deal with the situation, and they also played their part in order to travel away with a good point.
Anybody else? Yep.
Daniel, I know it's for the opposition, but James Maddison came back today. He's had a long time out. Do you sort of think he's the type of player that can make the difference for Tottenham in this last 2 games of the season?
It's a dangerous customer for me because I have a soft spot for James Maddison. He was my player in and when he was pretty young, and I also hope to helped him a little bit to kickstart his career. If you love football, then you love James Maddison because he's a pure baller. For me, one of the most creative and gifted and talented midfield players in England, and you feel if such a great football and even better human being is out for such a long time. I was just delighted to see him back right now in the last matchday squads, and what he can do is shown in the last minutes. Also, he's unbelievable. He can, even although he was out for such a long time, he can be there with a decisive pass or decisive cross or decisive set piece. He's also smart in and around the box to win. Sometimes smart a free kick, or even perhaps tries to win a penalty or whatever. So it's always good if you have an option like James Maddison. I'm pretty sure he can at least play an important part also in the run in. Yes.
All good. Thank you.